What is up, guys? This is Jared Spalding here, and today I'm going to be going over a little thing that you've most likely heard about today. I'm sure you've heard about the attack on Paris at this point, but I'm not going to be talking about, the death toll or anything like that. I'm going to be talking about how, despite what you think, you're not helping at all. At least most of you. You see, I'm not talking about the people who are donating money to help Paris. I'm not talking about the people who are police over there or military officers. I'm not talking about any of them. I'm talking about those of you who want to sit on your little social media things and say something like, "Oh, pray for Paris. Wow, you did so much." And then you expect not only this, but a lot of you guys seem to be expecting to win an award for your actions or something. It's like, wow, you did so much. You said pray for Paris. Okay, meanwhile, there's people who are risking their lives out there who, trying to climb into these destroyed buildings to find survivors, exhuming the bodies from, all sorts of things that none of you guys would be doing. And none of you guys could ever handle doing. I'm not saying, oh, run out, everyone needs to help. I'm not saying that because that's obviously not, feasible. What I'm saying is that don't try to act like you're helping by saying pray for Paris. Is it nice to show your condolences? Sure. But when you go out and just think that you can even begin to compare yourself to these people who are actually risking their lives, then that's when we have a problem. For one, saying pray for Paris doesn't do anything, okay? Despite what most of you believe, nothing's going to happen from that. Alright? I know a lot of you probably might be thinking, oh, well, God's going to go over there and save them. Well, look, right now, really, if there was some God who was, going to be willing to help these people, why would he allow something like this to happen? Can you answer that question for me? Why would there have been a huge attack like this in the first place if God was there? When you can answer that question, that's when we can really have a discussion. But furthermore, to get back out of the religious zone here, even if, I don't care if you believe in God or not, that's not what bothers me, but you going and saying pray for Paris, what's that doing? How is that helping anyone? Do you think that every time you say pray for Paris, somebody at ISIS meets justice, or somebody who's dead comes back to life, or even any, money or support effort goes over to Paris every time you say that? It's just like the ALS ice bucket challenge all over again, where people were doing that and not even realizing that they should actually be donating money to ALS research. And a lot of big celebrities were out, doing this challenge without even mentioning what the real thing was for. And this is almost the same thing. People, probably millions of people, or at least this has been tweeted millions of times, people saying, posting on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, millions of times of people saying, oh, pray for Paris, and then going on and just going about their day like nothing happened. Like, what did you do? Let me ask you that question. And if let me just tell you this, all right? Assuming that over the course of this whole event, let's say 3 million people decide to go and say pray for Paris, right? I mean, I've been seeing it everywhere, so I'm sure that would be very easy across, all of Europe, all of the U.S., and, a lot of other areas where people have Facebook. You're talking about out of nearly 8 billion people, let's say 3 million say pray for Paris. Now imagine there's 3 million people each donate $1 to Paris to help, rebuild Paris, help with the economy that's now struggling. That's $3 million. Let's say those same 3 million people, donate $10 each. You're talking about $30 million. Now, $30 million, while it's not going to fix everything, is a substantial amount of money, and it's certainly doing a lot more good than even 1 billion people saying pray for Paris, because as of now, that's done exactly nothing for the country. So what people really need to start doing is either A, accept that they're not willing to do anything and stop trying to say pray for Paris and act like they're actually doing something, or B, donate some money or find out some way you can help with the country's problems, because I know Paris is a very developed nation, or Paris is a very developed city, and France is a very developed nation, but this is going to, hurt their economy a lot. So if you want to help out, then actually try donating, or try finding out what you can do. Don't just go out and on social media say pray for Paris and then have all your little friends commenting on, be like, oh, that's so deep, or oh, you're doing so much, you're such a nice person. No, you're doing nothing. And that's really just it for now. I do like to keep my videos brief. I know some of you guys are probably going to get offended, and go ahead and get offended. I'm not going to do the things that a lot of YouTubers like to do, where they'll block you from seeing how many likes and dislikes and disable comments. I'm not going to do any of that, because you know what, if I start up some controversy, then so be it, and I will respond to any comments, even if I find them to be whatever they are. I will respond to them. But I hope you did enjoy the video, and I hope you can understand what I'm saying. I'm not talking down on anybody necessarily. I'm just saying people shouldn't be expecting an award for what they're doing. So that's it for now. Peace, love, much respect.